Again, it might come at the expense of some storms. Now, the first half of your Monday looks pretty overcast. We may see some spotty showers that somewhat stabilize the atmosphere, but if we break out into sunshine late afternoon, a dry line and then a cold front could spur on some storms. If I had to ballpark it right now, and of course things are pretty sketchy at this point, I'd say areas to our north and east might end up being the higher risk, but things can certainly change. So please check in all weekend long. That's our one day for severe weather risk and a weather alert. It's a nice quiet night, and a cold front's actually going to push through while we're sleeping. Maybe with a sprinkle, probably dry though. 70 degrees our temperature right now. High today made it up to 82, and we're going to see even warmer temperatures for the upcoming weekend. As you can see, even the cool spots right now are only in the mid 60s. It feels pretty nice out there. Here's your hour by hour forecast for Saturday. Any clouds left over from the front should dissipate and give way to sunny skies, especially during the afternoon hours. 86 degrees, not as windy as today, and our winds shift to the northeast. That's going to help ease fire danger ever so slightly. Then as we head into Sunday, high temperature right around 88 degrees with mostly sunny skies as well. Here's the front I'm talking about, and it's really not going to do much more than just bring us a wind shift. So by midnight tonight, we've got the southeasterly winds. Here's the front. Maybe a sprinkle behind the front, then our winds turn out of the north, and that's it. That is our only weather maker for the weekend. Next week, especially on Monday, we will yet again be on guard for potential storms. But for those of you who are worried about the Kite Festival on Sunday, no need. There may be some patchy clouds or fog in the morning. A beautiful day, though, on the way. Right around 5 o'clock, 87 degrees at Zilker Park. Meantime, by Monday, possible severe thunderstorms. We've been there, we've done that. I don't think it's going to be what we dealt with 2 weeks ago, but I do think we'll need to be on guard for isolated to scattered, strong to severe thunderstorms. Right now, there's still a lot of uncertainties. It does not look like a slam dunk for a severe weather outbreak, but it does bear watching. 15% risk of severe thunderstorms across all of our area. That's for Monday. Tuesday, it spreads to the east. Wednesday, all the way to Atlanta. So 3 consecutive severe weather days. We'll keep you updated on every step of the way. As for that muggy meter, one of the ingredients you need for storms is humidity. Tomorrow's going to be dry, but by Monday, there you go. The muggy air is here ahead of a cold front. So it's going to be Monday afternoon into Monday evening with our most likely time frame for possible storms. Until then, we are also going to be dealing with the fire danger. As much as we need that rain, again, it might come at the expense of some storms. Now, the first half of your Monday looks pretty overcast. We may see some spotty showers that somewhat stabilize the atmosphere, but if we break out into sunshine late afternoon, a dry line and then a cold front could spur on some storms. If I had to ballpark it right now, and of course things are pretty sketchy at this point, I'd say areas to our north and east might end up being the higher risk, but things can certainly change. So please check in all weekend long. That's our one day for severe weather risk and a weather alert. It's a nice quiet night, and a cold front's actually going to push through while we're sleeping. Maybe with a sprinkle, probably dry though. 70 degrees our temperature right now. High today made it up to 82, and we're going to see even warmer temperatures for the upcoming weekend. As you can see, even the cool spots right now are only in the mid 60s. It feels pretty nice out there. Here's your hour by hour forecast for Saturday. Any clouds left over from the front should dissipate and give way to sunny skies, especially during the afternoon hours. 86 degrees, not as windy as today, and our winds shift to the northeast. That's going to help ease fire danger ever so slightly.
How's everybody doing, you guys? I know it's late. It's like 12:44 in the morning, but hey, it'll do. I would normally be centered, except you see this? He's taken my spot, so I didn't want to disrupt him. But Skippy's here, chilling. Ewok, I see you there too. Do you want to come say hi? Yes, he wants to come say hi. Okay, I know you're so heavy. 1, 2, 3. Oh, big boy. All right, we got Ewok too. How are you? So anyway, we'll just do this. We'll see how long he wants to stay in my lap. Bob, what's going on? So you're here watching Vertical Limit. Should I know what that is? I'm sure it's a show, but I don't know what it is. Keon, what's going on? Chris Bennett, hello, hello. Ken, what's going on? All right, so let's talk about the weather, shall we? And anyone who's either an insomniac or just enjoying a Friday night, thank you so much for checking in. Oh, you know what? Probably the biggest thing that we're going to talk about, aside from the fact that we've got the severe thunderstorms and the threat of severe thunderstorms coming up on Monday, is there's actually a weak little front. Light, I mean, it's super light. Very light shower activity that's pulling across the DFW area and just to the north of Waco. So we'll take a look at that with the front. All right, boys, I'm gonna have to actually scoot over to actually be in the camera. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Everybody shift. Everybody shift over. All right. I think that's the best we can do for now. We'll take so we'll take a look at the view for showers and thunderstorms turning strong to severe on Monday. But I appreciate everybody who's up late on a Friday night / Saturday morning. I, for one, am thrilled that we have made it to the weekend. Oh, also, breaking news. Austin Burks, our brand new weekend meteorologist, has his first shift just hours from now. CBS Austin, 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. on Saturday. So I know he'll knock it out of the park and do a great job, and I can't wait for him to be, here keeping people like me from having to work every single weekend. It's been kind of a long stretch, let's face it. All right, so yes, you're so heavy, my friend. Let's talk about the weather. Right now, I am expecting that we're going to have a quiet weekend. The front that's pushing through is basically just going to be a wind shift more than anything else, turning our winds to the northwest and then the northeast through the day on Saturday. Mostly sunny skies, no problems, temperatures in the mid 80s. Sunday could be a little toasty, 88 degrees, turning breezy, especially late day. And that could mean fire danger intensifying, unfortunately. Monday could be one of those really murky, overcast kind of days. Oh, speaking of murky, I should let you know there may be a touch of fog Sunday morning as well. But Monday looks like a murky start to the day, and there's still some contingencies. It's not necessarily a slam dunk that we get strong to severe thunderstorms, but assuming that cloud cover that may start off your Monday gives way to some breaks in the overcast in the afternoon, we're likely to have a dry line out in West Texas and a cold front out west of it. The dry line will be the first thing that might trigger some showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon on Monday. And then those storms would track to the east, some of them affecting us. And then with the cold front, we may see some additional showers and storms. But that said, computer models are not exactly going nuts on our rain chances. So we'll take a look at all of that. Then not often that you have a 10-degree temperature trend upwards after a cold front comes through. But what I'm looking at is behind Monday's cold front, we're actually going to see westerly winds develop on Tuesday ahead of Wednesday's cold front. So Wednesday's cold front is quickly moving. At Tuesday, we see highs in the 90s. The warmest so far this year was 91. I'm looking at 92 degrees. And then for those of you who enjoy crisp, cool, comfortable, lovely, all that kind of stuff, Thursday is your day, 76 degrees, the afternoon high temperature. All right. So it's a little tricky when I got the one of the boys in my lap. Normally I'll lean up a little bit. Crispin, hello, say good morning. Let's say it's still night. Danny says, show dog of the Southwest. I love it. Charles, how you doing? Ken, what's up? All right, so temperature-wise, we're in the mid-60s right now. When I was coming home from work, it was totally clear, but you can see there's a band of some cloud cover right about here. That's high cloud cover for the most part, I believe. And then off to the north, not a lot, but there's those spotty light rain showers. And I did, just as a check, I was curious to see how much rain might actually be coming out of those clouds. And so let me pop up here for you I just have to find it. Oh, here we go. This is the Texas Mesonet. And once it pops up here, you're going to see the meager amount of rain that this thing is bringing in here. All right, here we go. And I'll even zoom in for you. Take a look, feast your eyes on this. Okay, so we've got 1/100th of an inch of rain. We've got 2/100ths of an inch. Likely this will be a sprinkle fest. It just doesn't look very impressive. And even as we head through the DFW area, there are a few little pockets here of yellow out in Hood and Johnson counties and also in Dallas counties. But the rainfall totals thus far have been very, very meager. So don't look for much at all out of this. And here's another look. those showers kind of scooting along, not doing much at all. So a few of these may meander into our area as we head through the rest of the night. Do you want to hop down, mister? Or are you just going to hang out here with me? At least if he's here, he's not leaving me presents, right? So it could be worse. All right, back to the weather computer we go. So we're going to see a few, I'm going to say maybe some sprinkles or maybe a stray shower. It's all going to happen probably around 3 a.m. or so by the time it reaches us, and then it'll be in and out. So by the time you wake in the morning, we'll be done with it. Cooler behind the front, up in the panhandle anyway. It's in the 40s. Now he says he's going to, are you hopping down or what? There he is. Okay. You're heavy, my friend. Okay, and this guy taking up my space. Here, we're just going to reposition. There we go. You can be over here on this side. That way I can actually be in front of the camera. All right, so needless to say, just not much rain. Not much rain at all. And as we take a look at the drought conditions that we've had, extreme drought still for areas of the hill country. So anything that we get will be welcome. I'm going to put this and let this plot. It'll take a little second or two for the active fires to plot up. But I wanted to mention to you that the Crittenberg fire complex, that's this one up here, the Forest Service has now turned that back over to local authorities because it was 90% contained, and apparently once it got to a certain point, they relinquished their firefighting over just to the local people for that. The Das Goat fire that we'd been monitoring that was west of San Antonio, 95% contained. So a lot of these fires that have been out here have actually either been contained or have seen significant improvement. There were a couple of small fires. This one out in Lee County, and then this one out in Milam County. A couple of small fires that did develop within the last 12 hours or so out in eastern sections. But as of yet, no new red flag warnings have been put into effect for your Saturday, but it's not out of the question that some might be. Margaret, hello. I see everyone's saying good morning. Until I go to sleep, it's still good night for me. We hit 82 at Camp Mabry, 81 degrees out at the airport, and we're close to the records, which were in the 90s. All right, now as we take a look at the allergy report, any of you who have been suffering and saying, what is it that's bothering me so much? More than likely it is oak. But I am pleased to say, knock on, not wood, cedar has been absent from the allergy report for the last 2 days. So I'm hopeful that we have seen the last of cedar, as Margaret says. You haven't been to bed either. And Mike says, good morning. See, everyone's on the good morning train. I hear ya. Okay, as far as rainfall is concerned, it's only 2 days in, or 1 day plus 1 hour in. We're already kicking off a deficit for the year. We're about 1.3 inches below average as far as rainfall is concerned. We already showed you the active fires. I will skip right through this and we'll take a look at the next chapter in the weather story and take a closer look at the Monday situation, which I'm hoping won't be that big of a deal for us. It doesn't scream to me that it will be, but I do think isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms that turn strong to severe are fair game. Outside right now, super quiet, not much going on at all. Temperature sitting at 63 now. The low in the morning was 49. So we had a couple of mornings in a row with lows in the 40s. We will not see a repeat. We'll see lows at probably coolest in the upper 50s by morning. So here we go. Everybody across central Texas currently with southeasterly winds. When that front gets to us, it will initially turn winds to the northwest, then to the north, and then by afternoon to the northeast. But the winds do look like they'll be somewhat light. So I don't think that fire danger is going to really be exacerbated by this latest front. Hour by hour forecast for the day on Saturday. How about this? 86 degrees. a full 8 degrees above average. Nowhere close to the record, though, with any cloud cover left over from the front clearing out and giving way to sunshine. And then on Sunday, we'll probably have a little bit of cloud cover and fog to start off the morning, and then sunshine developing and warm temperatures with highs all the way into the upper. So the front that we've been tracking is making steady progress off toward the south and east, area of low pressure, and very limited potential of seeing anything strong come out of this. There have not been any warnings whatsoever with the system that's moving through overnight tonight into Saturday morning. Tracking it for you. Here we go, pulling up the computer model. This, my friends, is one of the high-res computer models, and it is absolutely unimpressed with our potential to see any rain. So there you go at 3:30 in the morning, and by about 7 a.m., any sprinkles moving their way through parts of Caldwell County, through parts of Fayette County, and that is all she wrote. By midday, we've got sunshine and mid to upper 70s. And then as we work our way into the afternoon, temperatures well into the 80s across all of central Texas. If you are planning on heading out to Zilker Park on Sunday for the Kite Festival, it's going to be nice. It's going to be warm too. Don't forget the sunscreen. Any clouds and fog probably giving way by mid-morning and lots of sunshine after that. So that brings us to the severe thunderstorm potential for Monday and Monday night. And before we talk necessarily about Monday and Monday night, let me go ahead and adjust a couple things real quick. I have to pull the day one outlook away. So here is the outlook for Monday into Monday night from the Storm Prediction Center. And it has our area in a 15% risk of severe thunderstorms. But I also wanted to let you know, just a couple of minutes before I went live, the Storm Prediction Center put out its latest update for Sunday night into Monday. And it does include a portion of Central Texas. Granted, it's to our west. So far west Central Texas, out through the Big Bend and up into northwest Texas. So there is already going to be a slight risk of severe thunderstorms on Sunday into early Monday, which is actually from the same weather system that we are tracking for us heading into Monday and Monday night. So just to kind of put things in perspective for you, a level 1 risk is a marginal risk. A level 2 risk is a slight risk. And so the larger the number, the higher the potential for seeing anything strong to severe. So we might already have some reports even before the weekend is out. All right, and speaking of reports, we are not the only ones that will be dealing with potential for severe thunderstorms. Again, I have to edit this. Anytime it's after midnight, things get all willy-nilly on me. All right, so Monday, we will be under the threat. Tuesday, New Orleans and Jackson, Mississippi, and many of the areas that were hit by significant weather this past Tuesday will yet again. And then Wednesday, it will spread toward Alabama and into Atlanta and into portions of southern Tennessee. And it's possible that on Thursday, the threat could expand on toward the East Coast. So multiple days with potential, at the very least, of seeing strong to severe thunderstorms. One of the things that you need in order to get the strong to severe thunderstorms is you need the humidity, and it does look like our air will turn quite muggy with dew points surging into the 60s by the time we reach Monday, which will kind of set the stage for this. All right, so let's take a look. This is the European computer model, which is the one that seemed to be the most bullish on bringing us something. So around midday on Monday, just some spotty light showers. This is way overdone, by the way. Oh, and it just hit 1 o'clock, so let's scroll back. And here we go. So Monday, there may be some patchy light drizzle. This is certainly more, it looks much more widespread than what will actually materialize. And then as we work our way toward the evening hours, as you can see, this particular computer model does show potentially big bad storms. However, placement. Note, if this pans out, we may be very close to significant severe thunderstorms, but we may be just far enough to the south. So it's still a couple of days away. the high-res computer models will be more beneficial from a forecasting standpoint to kind of lean on as far as placement, timing, totals, all that kind of thing. But if you were to take this particular computer model at face value, let me go ahead and scroll back a little bit. What we'll be watching is possibly a atmosphere, a lid on the atmosphere, if you will, a stable atmosphere because of morning clouds and spotty light across our area. However, if you notice up toward Dallas, see how the cloud cover kind of has a little hole in it? Any spot managed to see sunshine will be areas with destabilization, which will be prime locations for potential storms to fire up. Also, as you look off toward the west, that's where we may see a dry line set up, and that dry line is the differentiation between the warm, humid air to the east and the drier air to the west. So possibly we see showers and storms get going and push through during the evening hours. I will tell you, here we are, a couple of days out, and this is too close for comfort in my opinion. So even if it's just one county north of us, it's a little too close for comfort. So I would definitely say this bears watching. Then as we work our way towards Tuesday morning, a cold front will push through. And behind that cold front, we should see the hot weather move in, high temperature all the way to 92 degrees, as you can see. And then Wednesday, we'll have a reinforcing cold front push in. And with it, we're likely to see some chillier air roll into central Texas. So as we look at the bigger picture to the east, remember the same storm system that pushes through our area is eventually going to make its way to the east coast. So at this point, and let me see if I can kind of scroll back through so you can kind of see the evolution of everything. Nope, it doesn't want me to do that on the zoomed out version. But in general, I don't, nothing that I'm looking at is anything as close to our severe weather event back on March 21st, or the severe weather event that just brought all that, all the high wind warnings, all of the very strong 60 to 70 mile per hour winds through the deep south. Neither this week's system nor the previous week's system, the one that's coming for next week at this point, in my opinion, does not look as potent, nor as strong, nor as widespread. But there may be some severe thunderstorms within that. So hopefully that at least kind of puts your mind at ease somewhat. Yes, we absolutely need to be aware. No, and this is showing all the way through the next 7 days, but what's important for you to know is the only rain that I'm forecasting in the next 7 days is the Monday into Monday night system. So if you were looking at this, it's pretty underwhelming. On the left, the GFS computer model has about 1/2 inch for Milam County, and less than that as you head farther south and west. On the right, the European computer model, which is the one I just showed you, has about 3/4 inch for Rockdale, 0.8 inches for Burnett, 0.86 for Llano. We'll take it. We need it for the drought, but that kind of is an indicator we're not probably at this stage of the game likely to be in the worst of the severe weather threats, if you will. The fronts are in the wrong spots just because it's now after 1 a.m., but you get the idea. There will be a pretty dramatic drop from 92 on Tuesday to 81 on Wednesday to just 76 on Thursday. 76 will actually be cooler than average, our little one token day of coolish air. From the Weather Prediction Center, just to give you an idea in terms of rainfall potential, the idea is the same, that the farther north and east you go, the more likely for seeing the heavier rainfall. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the highlight off so that we can kind of see the expanse of the heaviest rain off toward the north and east as well. This is, of course, over the next 7 days, but keep in mind the rainfall will be primarily Monday into Monday night. So there's a possibility of seeing 3 or 4 inches of rain up through the Red River and into East Texas and farther east into Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida. So, I mean, significant amounts of rain. But for us, we may be just on the southern edge, which it's worth noting. Remember this previous system, the one that came through in the pre-dawn hours on Wednesday of this week, we did not get a single severe thunderstorm report. We did not have a single severe thunderstorm warning. But farther to the north and then farther to the east is where all the action happened. So we, like as a precaution, I'm going to say, let's keep a weather alert up. Things can change, but at least for right now, signs are pointing to us being able to manage not having the worst of the severe thunderstorm threat this go around. Remember back on March 21st, literally Central Texas was the middle of the threat. It was the worst part of the threat, and we were in a moderate risk, a level 4 out of 5. Fire danger forecast for your Saturday, and I think the map is going to look pretty similar for Sunday. We'll be in the high range in Austin and very high through Mason and Llano. I'm encouraged that green up is happening, which is great, but it's discouraging that we just haven't been able to get much rain. All right, Kevin says, good evening, and how are the boys doing? Well, one of them's right back here behind me, and the other one is now on the floor. He was in my lap. He was getting heavy. And I think both of them they're kind of doing that thing where they've got like one eye half open and the other eye not so much. Rod says, a fabulously friendly Friday. Warmed your heart. And Charles says, hey, hey. They're still here. The sidekicks are here. But thank you for asking. Yeah, right here and right there. I got my eyes on both of them. As we look ahead to April 10th through 16th, and I don't know about you, I can't believe this whole year is just flying by. We're looking at a warmer temperature trend for us, but a huge amount of cooler temperatures out on the West Coast. And then as we look at the close-in view, all of our area, Central Texas, going to be on the warmer side of things in terms of precipitation, which again, we need, looking like we'll see drier conditions and the wetter stuff staying to the north, which in the month of April, we typically see severe thunderstorms kind of starting to get going, but it all depends on having dips in the jet stream. And if we see more of a west to east flow, then we miss the majority of the storms. Or once we get into the summer months, then those dips and things in the jet stream happen farther to the north. So if we want to kind of help our drought conditions, we kind of need to root for some dips in the jet stream to kind of bring us those chances. So sadly, sometimes what helps the drought is what is not great in terms of severe weather potential. All up one by one by one. All right, we have officially, for those of you who have stayed up late with me, made it to the end of the formal Chicks Chats. You can always get on our website at cbsaustin.com/weather. For you who are joining in on YouTube, thanks so much for staying up late.